It is a multi-billion-dollar business that could be causing harm to your most priceless possession. We're talking about energy drinks and your children with names like AMP and Monster. Children see them as a fun drink.
That's right, but tonight ABC2 Works for You. We're taking a closer look at the long-term damage that these drinks could be causing your child with every sip.
Their hands are shaking. I can't hold still. Their brain is just freaking out.
It's what some might call a caffeine rush, followed by a crash. One can alone is too much, especially for an adolescent. But that's not stopping them. It's estimated that 30 to 50% of adolescents regularly consume some form of energy drink. Athletic trainers see it all too often.
Typically, these kids are coming to us early on, first quarter, within the first hour of their practice and going, I don't feel well.
There's really no use for caffeine in children or adolescents.
Dr. Timothy Doran is the chairman of pediatrics at Greater Baltimore Medical Center. He says the effects of too much caffeine start with irritability, the jitters, and a rapid heartbeat. But too much can get worse.
We have every year, there are 5,000 patients who come to emergency rooms for caffeine overdosage. Of those, half of them are children and adolescents. And in those cases, children and adolescents have consumed far too much caffeine and can have seizures, can have liver failure, can have kidney failure.
When that happens, it's called caffeine intoxication. It's when the body can't handle that much caffeine at one time. So let's see how these so-called energy drinks can add up. A 16-ounce can of Monster energy drink contains 160 milligrams of caffeine, equivalent to about 4 cans of Dr. Pepper or 2 cups of regular coffee. A 12-ounce Rockstar 2X contains 250 milligrams of caffeine, equivalent to 6 cans of soda or more than 3 cups of coffee. Too much sugar, too much caffeine, leading to a future of problems.
From a caloric standpoint, if you're drinking lots and lots of these drinks, you're leading to, certainly to the epidemic of obesity, and you can get a lot of dental decay as well.
Energy drinks are classified as a dietary supplement, so there is no regulation by the FDA.
So when you look at the labeling of these energy drinks, and I did over the weekend, you have to really get a microscope to find caffeine in a very, very tiny print. It is not listed as a major component to these drinks. And they list vitamins and ginseng and guarana, and it appears like this is a supplement, a nutritional supplement, when in fact it is just empty calories and caffeine. That's all that really is the content of these drinks. The sales of these drinks has now topped $8 billion a year, which tells you that it's being marketed heavily.
But that doesn't mean sports drinks are out, at least in moderation.
And you're at football practice at one of the local high schools, then there is a place for the Gatorades or the sports drinks, as opposed to the energy drinks, which are really just sugar and caffeine.
Having a tired teen is part of life. Fatigue is common in adolescents. Because their lifestyle changes, sometimes they're up later, getting up earlier, especially when the school year starts. Dr. Doran says energy drinks are not the solution to getting children energized.
They need more sleep, and it's really not about caffeine giving them a buzz or a little boost.
Now, experts say really the best option for your kids is water, because a lot of those sports drinks like Gatorade and Powerade have a lot of sugars that your children do not need.